Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing an Earthwise Beauty review. I have several videos about Earthwise already on my channel, but it's such a large brand that the way I wanted to tackle a brand review for Earthwise was chunking it up into categories of products within the brand. I mean, it's not a huge brand, but there is quite a bit. So I have a video on the 5 oil serums, and I also have a video on the 3 balms. I do also have additional content on Patreon, like I've done a full Earthwise skincare routine, ceremony, whatever you wanna call it, with like a steam and mask and facial massage and layering products and all of that if you wanna see that. Today we're going to be doing the cleansers, mists / toners, and serums. I thought these grouped really nicely together, and I've been meaning to do this for a while, and when I saw that Earthwise was going to be offering free shipping for the month of October, I thought it would be a good time to get this out in case you want to take advantage of that. Normally, you can only get free shipping if you're buying directly through Earthwise at $200 order minimums. So free shipping for the whole month, I think, is a really generous offer of them. There are also some gift with purchases going on right now. I believe with $100 orders, you get a travel size of the Cistus and Moonlight face mist, which I'll talk about. And then I always have my discount code LAMOUR, L-A-M-O-U-R, for 15% off all your orders. And since there's no code with the free shipping, nor with the gift with purchase, I think to get the gift with purchase, you just have to put it in the order notes. But you can use the code LAMOUR to save 15% and get free shipping and still do the gift with purchase. So I consider this to be kind of a run-up to holiday shopping times. You know, November and December are just kind of bonanzas, very overwhelming. So let's just go ahead and get into these 7 products. I may be referring to a few notes on my phone, but I've been using Earthwise for at least 3 years, maybe 4. I lose track of time really easily. But one of the products in here, On a Swing Among Trees, was actually the very first product that drew me into Earthwise whenever it was 3 or 4 years ago. So I have really extensive experience with all of these products. A couple of these are my very favorites. And Earthwise is just always, I could use only Earthwise as a skincare brand and be completely happy and not have to use anything else. And there's only a handful of brands that I feel that way about. So I love this brand to the ends of the earth. Eva Zahn, the formulator, is just a genius and a real steward of plants and plant medicine for all of us to enjoy in these gorgeous products. So without further ado, let's start with the cleansers. So for a long time, the only cleanser in Earthwise's range was the Marshmallow Face Cleanser. And then more recently, I believe 2 years ago, they introduced their oil cleanser. It's called Paloma of the High Desert. So I'm gonna talk about the oil cleanser first, even though the Marshmallow Cleanser is older. It's an OG Earthwise product from, I believe, back when they were on Etsy 10 plus years ago. Maybe even 15 years ago. But yes, let's talk about Paloma. So this is a relatively new release for them. Paloma of the High Desert Cleansing Ritual Oil. This is the 100 ml large bottle. It comes in a pump dispenser. The thing that, of course, we have to applaud with this product is that it's a non-emulsifying oil cleanser. I feel like oil cleansers have come back, or they're making like true oil cleansing is making something of a resurgence, I think. And people just are really starting to understand for the first time or re-understand the benefits of having oil cleansing be the foundation of a skincare routine. Now, that doesn't mean that every couple of days you're not going to want to use something a little bit more clarifying or a gentle gel type of cleanser, which is where this comes in. So this is an incredibly silky, not quickly absorbing face oil, which is really nice because some oil cleansers or cleansing balms, the skin really drinks them up and you kind of have to keep applying. And there's oil cleansers I have that I like even that do that, and it's okay. You know, I'm used to just continuing to add pumps as I need them. But this one doesn't, it really does not absorb that quickly. I mean, it will if you sit there for quite a long time. And and massage it in, but it really lends itself to many purposes. So makeup removal, it's gentle enough to use around the eyes to use as an eye makeup remover. Obviously removing the makeup on your face, continuing to go in and actually cleanse the skin with oil. So continuing to pump oil onto a cotton round and go over and actually cleanse the skin that way. Doing an extended facial massage, using it to gua sha, using it with a Kansa wand, using it as a leave-on, using it as a body oil. So it's, and the reason it has all those uses is because the oils that Ava has chosen to use in her cleansing oil are oils that you would want to leave on your skin. Baobab oil, prickly pear seed oil, pomegranate seed oil, sacha inchi oil. Those are kind of the main ones. Jojoba, Kalahari melon. I mean, these are oils that you see in formulations for leave-on oils or eye oil serums or things like that. The scent of this is very light. It is reminiscent of a desert, so I think that it's very appropriately named. It kind of has like a dry, arid quality, and I had done an Instagram TV back when they used to do that, but it is still archived on my Instagram page, like a 15-minute video demoing this, and I had talked a lot more about the scent profile and kind of the experience of massaging it on and using it as part of a skincare routine. So if you want to see that, it does still live on the L'Amour Instagram page. But you know, I love this. I haven't used it actually in quite a long time. This is an old bottle, but I think maybe I'd like to reintroduce it into my routine. Currently, I'm using Living Libations Best Skin Ever, La Par Cleansing Oil, Inlight Face Balm. Those are like my main three right now, but this is exceptional and yeah, big rave from me. Now, the Marshmallow Face Cleanser has been in the brand for much, much longer, really since the beginning. And this is one of their best-selling products. It's won awards for them. And you know, this is a product that has grown on me throughout the years. My skin has also changed in the last 3-4 years. I've had 2 children. I've pared down my skincare routine to be extremely minimal. I've developed a different relationship with the sun. And I mean, so many things have kind of changed, I guess, about my lifestyle. And my skin is more balanced, I guess, than it's probably ever been. I used to have very dry skin. And I think when I was first introduced to this, my skin was a little bit more dry. So I was always hesitant about the Castile soap. So it's just, all of her products are just in a league of their own and so unique. But this was a product that I always wanted, till you can see it's even foaming up on my hand right here. This was a product for in the beginning of using it. So I'll kind of divide my experience into like the first chapter and now the second chapter, which has really been, I guess, the last year or so. The first chapter with this, when I would try and use it, I did feel that it was a little drying. The soap component, even though I loved, you know, the herbal infusions in it, the chamomile, the calendula, the marshmallow, the scent, the experience, I just felt like the soap part was kind of exacerbating to surface dehydration or an underlying dry imbalance in the skin. Sorry, I have the baby monitor down here. So, you know, I kind of played around with using it as a body wash, which they do say that you can use as well as a hand soap. During 2021, I was pregnant for most of the year, and that's when I cleared out all the extraneous stuff in my skincare routine, all the extra serums, all the hyaluronic acid, all of the active types of products. And you know, what do you know? My skin naturally just wanted to be imbalanced to the point where I really didn't even need to use moisturizer or face oil for the warmer months of the year. So I decided that I wanted to try this again. And my experience has been very different than the first chapter of my experience with this, when my skin was a little bit more out of balance. They actually do recommend this though for drier skin types. So I don't know why my experience was. It could have just been that I had a mental hang up around the Castile soap component, and it does feel a little soapy, and I'm not really used to cleansers that feel soapy. I guess it's hard to explain, but if you've used it, I guess you would know. Using it for the second time over the last year, I really enjoy it. In fact, it's one of only 2 true second cleanses I have. I'm also interchanging it with the Sahajan Nourishing Cleanser, which is actually an emulsifying oil, creamy oil type of cleanser. So they're not even directly comparable. This to me is similar to something like Yuli Halcyon Cleanser, if you have used that one. Or I guess Marie Veronique Gentle Gel. Those are the ones that I've always rotated in and out of my routine, because even though I'm a dedicated oil cleanser, a couple of times a week, I do like to have that more traditional face cleansing experience, you know, and I wear makeup every day just for personal enjoyment, really. And I feel like I just want to wash my face with a gentle gel or foaming, whatever kind of cleanser you want to call it. And yeah, this is wonderful. If I'm not using Manuka honey, which I do a couple of times a week, or I'm just doing a pure oil, like cleansing the skin with oil, I'm reaching for this about twice a week. And I love it. I do 2 to 3 pumps of it, and I massage it in. I kind of gently add a little bit of water in to get it to foam up. The herbal experience of it is so nice. In fact, it's probably my favorite herbal experience of a cleanser ever compared to all the ones I've mentioned. And I've tried plenty more. Those are just the ones that kind of happen to be my favorites. So this is what it's looking like, obviously with no water added to it. But if you add water, it is going to suds up a bit. I don't know, it just lends itself to a really beautiful wash, you know, with lukewarm water, and the scent, the herbal scent will kind of linger on the skin ever so gently. It's truly a pleasure. I would like to always have a bottle of this in my skincare cabinet and use it a couple of times a week. So that's just my experience. When my skin has been more normal and in balance, I have found the greatest success with this. When I've been a little bit more dry or dehydrated, I've had a little bit of tightness after using it. So kind of depends, I guess, on your skin, but I have also heard dry skin types really like this as well. Okay, now we are going to move into the mists. And similar to Paloma and Marshmallow Face Cleanse, there are 2, and one is more long-standing and one is a newer release. So the OG Earthwise Mist is the Cistus and Moonlight Face Mist. And the newer mist is the 3 Roses Deep Sweet Rose Mist. Now, I keep both of these in my top shelf, if you will, and I use both of them. I would say, maybe I lean a bit towards Cistus, but it really depends. I love having both because they're so distinct and really complement each other. I was having a conversation with someone and she had said, if I use the same mist, if I only have one mist or toner in my skincare cabinet, I find that I get fatigued on it really quickly. So I like to have something to break up the sensory experience of one of these, which is why I think having both of them is really nice, because they fulfill different yearnings or impulses you might have in what you reach for with skincare, if that makes sense. So the Cistus and Moonlight is very refreshing, enlivening. If I need a pick-me-up, I will go for Cistus. If my skin is maybe feeling sort of combination, like I want a little bit more clarifying, that's all the times that I will reach for Cistus. It's very fresh. It's the first time actually I've ever really smelled rock rose, which is one of the primary notes in here. Wait, let me see. Rock rose hydrosol, rock rose essential oil, and then it has some different flower essences and whatnot. It's a very simple formula. And when I first smelled this, it's kind of similar to, I think, how people tend to experience Earthwise, which is the formulas can kind of take you aback initially because they're not like anything else in the skincare world, be it conventional or eco, indie, alternative. They're really in a league of their own. And you know, Tigress face balm or Ferns and Moss or Cistus, a lot of these are scents you may have never encountered before. You know, spikenard, for example, and Tigress no one uses that because it's such a almost like pungent type of smell. Rock rose, is a little bit more common, but I had never smelt rock rose really, and it just shines in this, and there's just something that keeps you coming back. So I was surprised when I first started using it, and then just became like devoted. It's wonderful. This is probably my third bottle of it. Now, Three Roses is a newer release. I think this came out within the last year. And there's a bit more to the formulation. Well, maybe not. This is Turkish rose water, Iranian rose water, aloe juice. So it does have a bit more in it. It has colloidal silver, ferulic acid, resveratrol, brandy, and a flower essence. So there's a little more heft to this formula. And that would explain why I tend to gravitate more to this one when I want like a hug from my skincare, when I want some comfort, especially with the rose, right? I was very, very into rose during my second pregnancy, which is not uncommon at all, right? It's so associated with nurturing and motherhood and love and all of the kinds of things. So I was using lots of rose products during my pregnancy, and I've continued in, you know, postpartum and now being a mother to 2 young children. My relationship with rose as a scent is different than it was before I had children. But, you know, if I'm just feeling like I need some comfort, or my skin is maybe feeling dry, or my skin is feeling maybe a little inflamed, that's when I tend to, or I just want the scent of rose. Now, someone told me once that when she sprayed this for the first time, she was like, it actually smells like a rose bush. And I agree, it smells like fresh roses with a peppery undernote. So there is a bit of spiciness, pepperiness, and just like pure fresh rose smell. And it's very different to some of the more powdery, overly floral. I mean, it sounds sort of funny to refer to rose as floral because obviously it is a floral, but as you probably know, there's so many different variations of what rose can smell like. So I often compare this rose to the Ranavat rose scent, which is very cool and watery. This is almost like fresher is maybe not the right word. It's a little bit lighter and spicier. It has more of an earthy quality, but also it's like grounded and lighter at the same time. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's not, again, not like any rose product I've kind of ever smelled. And it just pairs so nicely with, I have rose runs through lots of products. I have like the Inlight Calendula and Rose Face Balm, sea buckthorn rose cleansing oil. I feel like rose is in lots of stuff that I have and use. This is just so nice to have as part of my toner. These I tend to use because of the spray. I tend to use these, you know, during the day or to set makeup or as a refresh. I do use them as part of a skincare routine as well. But I have 2 other toners, the Inlight Floral Tonic and a Chinese medicine toner from the brand Bioherbology, which I use more for like massaging in an oil or a balm or something like that. But second bottle of Three Roses for me and like third bottle of Cistus for me. That tells you how much I absolutely love these. This product, so unique and really is a nice bridge between the toners and the 2 serums. So this is On a Swing Among Trees Face Serum in a Mist. I was so intrigued when I saw this product. So just very brief history. I've known about Earthwise for a really long time. A lot of blogger friends of mine back in the day were on the Earthwise bandwagon when she was like in her old eccentric, really fun, colorful packaging. And I just it was not my time to try the brand. And they went back onto my radar when I undertook the A Night for Green Beauty Awards project 3 years ago, whenever it was. And I had to try Nap in the Meadow for that project. And so it prompted me to look at the brand, and this was the product that really stuck out to me. Because Face Serum in a Mist, you don't see that often. The name, On a Swing Among Trees, reading the description, the foundation of this product is Ava's obsession with precious resins. It just, everything about it was like, I have to try that. So this was one of the first Earthwise products I ever tried. This is actually a big, fresh bottle. And I haven't used this one in a while. Wow, it like takes me back to when I had done that project like 3 years ago. Yeah, it's super incredible. I'm really excited to start using this again. Also, I remember when I used this, you have the option to either get a pump dispenser like is on these or as a spray. I personally think I prefer it in the pump, and so it's almost like an essence. You pump out some and kind of just press it into the skin. So this obviously is gonna come after cleansing. You could use it after one of these toners. I don't think you necessarily need to, but this along with Black Locust Firming Concentrate, the oil serum, are the two products in the brand that I think are the most results oriented in their formulation, if that makes sense. So I have a lot of opinions on results driven skincare, active skincare, all of this stuff, but Earthwise really does have something for everyone. And I just think the whole brand in general is very supportive, and I feel very aligned with the philosophy of the brand overall. But there are a couple of products that are more specifically targeted for mature skin or anti-aging, whatever you want to call it. We know that this discussion is very fraught in the beauty world, but this is really meant for women that are wanting to take a more concerted topical approach to whatever their skin aging concerns might be. Okay, so first ingredient is turmeric rhizome hydrosol. I had just listened to a fantastic podcast interview yesterday with Dr. Cass Ingram, may he rest in peace, on turmeric. He wrote a book on turmeric. And so it's kind of fresh on my mind. I love seeing it in here. Aloe juice. And the third ingredient is sodium hyaluronate. Now, if you saw my Oyo Lab Beauty Heroes box review from a couple months ago, I did a whole exposition on why I avoid hyaluronic acid. And I have gotten questions, people interested in this product, but they see it has hyaluronic acid. So I really wouldn't stress about it if you feel really drawn to trying this product and it's, you know, the only thing in your skincare routine that has hyaluronic acid in it. I don't think it's gonna like make or break your skincare. I wish it didn't have it in it. Personally, I just think hyaluronic acid long-term is not a beneficial ingredient to the skin, but I don't think you're gonna do serious damage to your skin by using one beautifully formulated product that has it in it. So I kind of wouldn't stress about it. I'm planning to use this in my skincare routine. My only point with hyaluronic acid is just don't have it be in every step of your skincare routine. Don't have it be in your makeup and your foundation and everything, right? Like you don't, or in your body care products, like just, it doesn't have to be in everything, but I do wish it wasn't in here. This also has a ceramide complex, myrrh, frankincense, copaiba, chamomile, saffron. I mean, it just an incredible, please find me a product in the beauty world that, I mean, you know what this is sort of closer to, if any of you remember that old brand Skin and Bones, I think that's what it was called. It was this that was an oil, so they're not even directly comparable, but it was this oil and I think balm that Beauty Habit used to carry years and years ago. And it was the most intense, addictive, how'd you coming back for more type of like Spice Market sort of scent. And so certain products in Earthwise really mimic that, at least for me. So the experience of On a Swing is you get kind of immediate visible results from using it. I find it to be tightening, I guess is the best word. It's like kind of firming, it's sort of lifting. And I feel you get a similar immediate, visible, energetic result from it as well, similar to if you've used Black Locust, her oil. It's kind of like the mind-body connection when you use it. I think maybe you just perceive yourself differently too, whether or not there's kind of objective physical changes, but I can feel it already, like just spraying it on my skin. It leaves a slight tackiness. Certainly nothing to be would not be an impediment to using during the day, but there is like a bit of, almost would make like a beautiful primer, I think, for whatever's gonna come after it. But yeah, like you get just kind of like a little mini lift almost when you use it. And with repeated use, I didn't go through a big bottle of it. I think I went through a small bottle, and the reason I actually stopped using it is because I almost felt that it was just too much for me. I'm 40 years old and I am not into anything anti-aging really. maybe that'll change. Maybe I'll just age how I'm gonna age, right? And not try and manipulate that. Not that, I don't know. I keep trying to bite my tongue because there's so much I wanna say about that topic. But I just felt like, honestly, this was even a bit too much for me. I'm planning to integrate it into my routine maybe once or twice a week. I'll see how I do, but definitely a powerful product. And if you're looking for a powerful product, I would give this a try. This is also on sale right now, I saw on the website. So all the different sizes from travel up to 100 milliliters. There is a smaller size than this as well. There's like anywhere from $4 to I think $12. I think there's $12 off the large size. Okay, then we transition to the two more solid state serums, if you will. Nap in the Meadow Face Serum and Ambrosia do Cerrado Liquid Moisturizer are their names. And these are, again, both old products in the brand. They've been around, I think, since the beginning. Maybe they've had different names. I can't quite remember. But Nap in the Meadow, I think, is one of the first products that Ava ever formulated. So let's talk about Nap first, and then we'll end with Ambrosia, which is maybe my favorite product in the whole brand. And it's one of the most simple, unassuming products in the whole brand, which just goes to show you my personal proclivity, I guess, with skincare. Okay, Nap in the Meadow, Hydrating Refreshing Face Serum. So this is in an aloe base. It is a stunning color. I hope you got to see that. It's like this beautiful light blue. This product is often what's featured in a beauty box. Like if Earthwise does a collaboration with a beauty box, oftentimes the brands want this product because it's so well known. It's maybe the most well-known product from the brand. You can let me know in the comments if you would agree with that or not, if you know Earthwise. Scent-wise and kind of the energetics of it feel very similar to Marshmallow Face Cleanse to me. They both have like a chamomile note, a bit of blue tansy. It's like the only time blue tansy has maybe ever really worked for me. I actually have a big fresh bottle right here, which I'm excited about. Aloe, elderberry, turmeric, CO2 extract. And if you listen to the Cass Ingram podcast episode I just referenced, he talks all about CO2 extracts in the context of how toxic something like hexane extraction is and how alcohol extraction is, you know, good, but CO2 extracts, when you can extract something from a CO2 extract, are obviously like the safest and cleanest way to do it. Lavender, yarrow, Italian everlasting oil, German blue chamomile, bourbon oil, geranium, copaiba, galbanum. It does have a tiny bit of ascorbic acid as well and some wildflower essences. Okay. This product I can't use on my skin. I have tried, and actually there are ways that I can use it. I have to buffer with an oil. I have to use a very small amount. If you are sensitive and sensitive to essential oils in particular, I would just advise you to be cautious and restrained with this, because I have kind of hauled off and done 4 pumps of this just on my skin, and I do get a pretty significant burning type of sensation. And this, I think, is one of the products that has the highest essential oil content. And I don't mean that to scare people, because the flip side of that is that it's extremely effective if your skin is, you know, hardy and kind of can tolerate strong products. Like if you have a history of doing peels or using retinol, or, you know, your skin can tolerate that kind of stuff. If you're trying to fade marks or even out skin texture, this is kind of the product that I would go for. I mean, you could spot treat with it too if you want. All over, it's too strong for me, but the reason I always have some around is I love using this in my hair. It is one of my favorite hair products, like maybe ever. So I do like 2 to 3 pumps. I do this most days too. And then after I brush my, we know I don't have time to style my hair anymore. Gone are the days when I could do any sort of anything. I'm lucky if it's clean. So, I mean, even just that, I feel like it takes away little bits of frizziness, little bits of dryness. It does not leave your hair crunchy. The aloe is like very hydrating. And then the scent kind of lingers in the hair as well. So yeah, I use this like most mornings in my hair. It's not really like a styling product. I consider it more of just sort of like a little finishing serum. but it leaves your hair really soft. I feel like it's exceptional for the health of your hair, like the ends of your hair. I use it every single day in my hair, and I feel like I get to still experience the joy of this product with having a bit more sensitive skin. I found a way to get it to work, and I learned about doing this from a post that Ava had made on Instagram, talking about how she uses her products in her hair, and a lot of them can be used in your hair. The balms like Yasuni, you can melt and use as almost like a styling putty. I love doing that. I mean, you could use ambrosia in the hair as well, but ambrosia is so much gentler that I have a hard time thinking that there's anyone that couldn't use this on their skin. But I don't know, the herbs and the essential oils and things in this, I feel just also really lend themselves nicely to hair. And you can use any of the hair. You can also use any of the oils in the hair, Magical Babasu, Ferns and Moss. Amazing. Okay, now let's end with a product I would be lost without, truly. Ambrosia Ducerato Liquid Moisturizer Brightening Face Serum. I have another bottle in my backup stash. Okay, this is the ingredient list. It's so simple. Aloe juice, the same foundation as Nap. Piquet fruit oil, buriti fruit oil, moringa seed oil, elderberry fruit extract, tocopherol, vitamin E, potassium sorbate, xanthan gum, a little bit of ascorbic acid, and some citric acid. So I use this almost every single day, 2 to 3 pumps. It is like a sunshine in a bottle. It is so pleasurable. I kind of wish it did not have the synthetic ascorbic acid in it, but I don't know. I'm just willing to overlook it because I love the product so much. The scent of it is so light and refreshing, and I don't know, it's like sunshine, but not just any sunshine. It's like a gentle, not overheating, blazing type of sunshine. It's like sunshine on like a beautiful spring or fall day, kind of. I don't know, it's just so perfect. As far as the long-term effects of using something like this, if you are, again, wanting to even out the complexion, potentially fade some spots, I think it's worth a try. I don't think it's a particularly strong product. If you can tolerate a stronger product, I would probably try Nap instead. To me, this is just a product that if you are oily, combination, normal, it's in the warmer skin months or you're in a warmer climate, this could be the only thing you need to use, and maybe in a natural sunscreen if you're out in the sun for an extended period of time. But yeah, I got away with using this and really nothing else, like maybe 2 drops of an oil if I was feeling a little dry through this area. But yeah, part of a super minimal skincare routine. I love pairing this with the La Par Smooth Operator face oil, which is a coffee smell. So the combination of like the citrus with the coffee is so nice. It just makes my heart sing. It just is incredible. So total MVP product for me. I've gone through, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 bottles of it probably. Definitely my most used Earthwise product. I feel like it keeps my skin looking nice. I feel like my skin looks nice, and I use this pretty much every single day. In the winter, I still reach for it, but I may do it more of like an every other day type of thing. But in the spring and summer months, I'm using this pretty much every single day. And that, my friends, concludes the cleanser, toner, serum portion of my Earthwise reviewing. Remember the code LAMOUR, LAMOUR, for 15% off. Free shipping for the rest of the month through October 31st. I'll make sure to annotate in the description box the actual gift with purchases, but I'm pretty sure it's a free Cistus mist with a free travel size Cistus mist with $100 orders. And if you shop on the Pacific Northwest Essences website, there's also an essence gift with purchase. After this being complete, I still have to do the 3 masks, Catharsis, Sun God, and Imhotep. and Farizad's Veil Sun Reflector, and Celine Facial Steam, and Thelma Lip Balm. So I'm probably gonna combine all of that in one final Earthwise product review, and then I will have reviewed everything from the brand. And then I would like to also do the teas, and I would also then like to do the flower essences and the mists and all of that from Pacific Northwest Essences, the sister company of Earthwise. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you to Ava and Earthwise for making these beautiful products and inspiring, you know, people like me who make content to gush over your products on video and inspire other people to use these beautiful products too. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe so you don't miss any of my videos. You can come see all of the extra work that I do on Patreon, patreon.com/LaMoreLaMusique. Patreon has recently, thank God, changed their billing structure. It was like a huge pet peeve of mine where it really only made sense to join someone's Patreon in the beginning of the month, because they're always gonna auto bill you on the first of the month no matter when you sign up. But now I've turned on something called subscription billing, which means that the day you sign up is the day it auto bills. So you can sign up on the 29th of the month and you won't get billed again till the 29th of the next month. It just makes so much more sense. So please go over there, check out. I have 4 different tiers starting at just $3 a month. And I'm also reimagining how I'm going to start integrating content that I would post on Instagram onto Patreon. I'm just not wanting to do any more static posts on Instagram, maybe just stories, and do more exclusive content for Patreon for all patrons. I have monthly exclusive videos, I have monthly live Q&As, and then I have weekly live Get Ready With Me's. So it keeps me very busy, and I am doing my best to show up here on YouTube every weekend for the most part. So hopefully I'll see you guys next Sunday. Bye.